Hi there, welcome to Luz Lemire channel. Welcome to where you are now and where you are going. If you want to do this for more than one pile, you absolutely can. But you know, for simplicity's sake, do what you want. Pile 2, pile 5, pile 6, timestamps are in the description box below. I do think you should watch the reading all the way till the end because sometimes insights come out. I myself have watched my own videos and I'll be like, okay, cool reading. And then towards the end, I'm like, oh my God, it ties it all together. So there's that. I wish you everything. I'll see you in your pile. Let's find out where you are now. And let's see where you're going and let me know in the comments how you interpret the messages on your own end. All right. See you in your reading. Bye. Howdy, pile tour. Pile 2, where are you now? Where are you now? If I see a message that I don't like, I will be pulling a pivot for how to pivot. I mean, here's the thing. I don't know. Maybe you like it, right? If I don't like it, what does that mean? So we'll see what happens. Where are they now? Where's my Peltsies at right now? I wasn't going to use this deck, you know. I was going to use something else, but here we are. Using the deck we are using. So you have 4 of Pentacles, King of Cups. This is cute. 4 of Pentacles is interesting. It's always interesting. King of Cups is cute to me. I like the King of Cups. King of Cups is, that's funny. The quiet type. Okay, for me, King of Cups is a quiet type of energy. Someone who's sort of keeping to themselves. It's giving me that you are somebody who's sort of keeping to yourself right now. You're in a phase of keeping to yourself. How many times can I say that? Keeping to yourself, keeping your maybe thoughts and feelings to yourself in some way. You're holding your cards to your chest. It may not be in the tightest way, but you are, right? You have a lot of thoughts. You have a lot of feelings. You have a lot of things that are going on. You could even be a little bit overwhelmed, but also maybe underwhelmed at how much nothing is happening, but also maybe everything is happening at once. You're someone who maybe could be even be having like creative block for some of you, because so much is happening that nothing can happen, or nothing is happening because so much is happening. You know, it's very interesting energy that I'm picking up on here. Honestly, it kind of feels like you're on the precipice of expansion, but you don't know that. I don't know where I'm getting that, but it feels like you could be. I do feel like you could be about to expand. Or maybe I'm picking up on your own thoughts where you're like, I thought I would be X by now. I thought I would be Y by now. I thought this would have happened by now. Or you're waiting for something. You're holding your breath. You're waiting with bated breath for something that you want to happen, that you've been wanting to happen, and it has not happened yet. And you're just like, holding on for hope, but really tuning in to what you're wanting. Yeah, I'm really just picking up on somebody that wants something and are thinking about what they want. You're someone who's observing with your spirit. So you're tuning into people with your spirit, with your intuition, maybe not even by sight. It's almost like you can feel things before they happen, and that can be overwhelming. I think you're feeling quite a lot, to be honest with you. And I'm sensing whelm. Okay, it's giving overwhelm. I think you've been doing a lot. And you're taking a moment for yourself. I'm gonna pull another card. Tell me about where they are. The card in the deck is the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's an exhaustion here and death. Ugh. Truck-kun. I think that you're trying to hold on to the bits of sanity that you have, which is so crazy given it's the King of Cups in the upright. Like, what is that? Death is things. Yeah, I think you honestly, Baltu, like that overwhelm, underwhelm spirit is out here in the house of Lumiere. You know what I mean? Like illumination is beaming because death is that. Like death is this overwhelming thing. I think you've sort of been moving through hit. I want to say hit after hit after hit. Okay, and I'm not talking about like club bangers. And maybe for some of you, maybe it is, right? Maybe you've had really great news come your way, but it's great news that changes your life, right? Maybe you're expecting a baby. Maybe someone in your family is expecting a baby. Maybe somebody had a baby. Maybe somebody, got a job finally and you got to move. Maybe somebody got fired and you got to, da 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 da. Maybe you're getting so many clients. Like it's just giving like, even if it's great things happening, there's so much happening or pretty big things happening that, or a lot of small things that it's just kind of like, I need to. For some of you, maybe you've even, if you're in a relationship or you've met somebody or you're with somebody in a situationship, even that can be overwhelming. Where maybe you're meeting someone who's attentive and you're just kind of like, what? I'm not used to, I'm used to the curtain being rolled up by now. When I catch feelings, they start running. What you mean you still here today? I'm not equipped for this progression. What is this? I laugh because it's fucking true. Like, it's so true. When I'm coaching my clients, like finding a partner is easy peasy lemon squeezy. I can coach someone into a relationship in a just sleepy. That's fine. The real work comes when they're in that relationship and their stuff starts coming out. That's where I'm getting paid. Getting someone to a relationship easy, but when they're in that, oh. So that's what it could be giving. I want to see where you're going. Given this energy spirit, where are they going? And that might help me fine tune what we're getting here. Yeah, it is giving like money, right? So maybe you're feeling emotionally drained with the money that you have. Four of Pentacles is again money. Four of Pentacles is a sense of stability to some degree, to a good degree. It is a 4. And maybe there has been change in your stability, or you're awaiting a change in your stability and you're still holding on to what you need to hold on to, your resources. And part of those resources that you're holding on to is your own mental health. We've got the King of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, like you're holding on to your own wherewithal in this time. You're equipped, but also, woof. So, all right, where are you going? 3 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Okay. So, we've got that death energy showing up in that 3 of Swords energy. As the first energy that actually came out, 3 of Swords. And then the 6 of Pentacles. And then the 3 of Pentacles. When it comes to your finances and your career, there is a big change that you're going through right now. And you know it. You're aware of it. Okay, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. It may have already dropped, because I think it has, or it's just been dropping. For the better or for the worse, right? For the positive or for the not so positive, whatever. You are definitely aware of where you're at and what's going on. Where you're going is a place of better security. So with whatever you're doing now, right? This King of Cups energy that you're in, this energy of being discerning, this energy of moving with intuition and moving and adhering to and listening to your body and your cues of overwhelm, underwhelm, etc. There is a change happening. Holding on to whatever you're holding on to, your sense of stability, is not necessarily the worst, because I'm seeing you ending up in a place like where you're going to be in a place so that you're a lot more stable. You're in a place where you're thriving a lot better in really, really beautiful ways. really, really beautiful ways. I'm actually really kind of happy for you because I can see this Four of Pentacles maturing into something more of akin to a Ten of Pentacles, something so much more stable, something so much more fruitful. So whatever you're doing now that you're holding on to, that you're holding space for, that you're being careful with your resources, you're only putting time where you need to put time in, and you're taking care of yourself as well. Because this King of Cups is definitely giving like, I will preserve myself. I will preserve my energy. I will preserve my resources. You're doing the best you can with the transitions and changes that are going on in your life now. And these efforts are going to pay off in the future. Big time, I'm going to say. Okay? You'll be able to stand on your own feet and be glossy. Okay? You'll be flossy. You'll be looking really good. You'll be looking really cute. I don't know what that even means. To whom it may concern, you'll be looking real cute. But you'll be a lot more stable. You will be a lot more stable. You'll be able to stand on your own 2 feet in a much better way, given whatever it is that you're doing now. And listening to that. Three of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles are honestly, the Pentacles suit is just always giving. Like, I'm not mad at the Pentacles suit. The poor sword suit, we got effed over. Okay, air signs in the tarot, we got effed over. The only sword in tarot that's like, yeah, we stand. It's like the Four of Swords. But even then, the Four of Swords, you're doing a love reading. Four of Swords is like, oh, y'all ain't talking, huh? Okay, like, oh, damn. Six of Swords is fine. But Six of Swords, okay, it's okay. But depending on the reading, it's giving Eight of Cups, all right? If you read tarot, you're familiar with the jargon that I'm spitting. So I love the Pentacles. Pentacles are just really fun, and Pentacles is longer lasting. Pentacles is just deeper for me. And Six of Pentacles is great. That's giving and receiving. That is equal giving and receiving, okay? Whether that means 80-20, that still amounts to equal to me, because 80 can mean something, 20 can mean something. If you look at H2O, it's not 2 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, it's H2O. That makes the whole, that makes the 100%. So 80-20 is even something that I'm getting with the Six of Pentacles, where you may be doing 80% of the work for 20% of like something great, or you may be doing 20% of the work to receive 80% of something amazing, right? Like these things that you're putting in place in your world. Like, I don't know, babe. Anyway, this equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles is really nice, and I'm loving it for you because it's next to the 3. Also, oh my God, the Three of Pentacles is wonderful because that is collaboration. These are 2 very collaborative cards. So we go from a solo dolo king doing what they're doing on their own. You and your intuitive energy, you trying to save your own resources, saving yourself, saving your time, to things changing to you working with other people, you moving with other people, you collaborating with other people, and things going kind of nicely with the six and Three of Pentacles. The Three of Swords, right? Because you see it, I see it. We've been dancing around the Three of Swords. What is that? Who is she? That's some pain, okay? Yeah, so you know, oh, babe. I might clarify that, but the Three of Swords is giving me multiple energies. There's an energy here of it being akin to the death, but it also being akin to the king. That's funny. And it just being the Three of Swords standing alone in its own energy. So the Three of Swords is giving heartbreak. This could be that you no longer are doing things by yourself, right? Your time is no longer your own, or your resources are no longer your own because you're in a community now, right? You're in the Three of Pentacles community of working, collaborating with people in certain spaces, and you're in a Six of Pentacles community and space where you are collaborating and working with people. You're giving or receiving from like energies in your world, right? You're sharing your resources in either instance. Where in the first instance where you are now, your resources are your own. Where you're going, you're sharing your resources, and that can be a little bit heartbreaking because like you've lost that sense of King of Cups. Now you're just amongst the Pentacles, you know? So there's that sort of like change that happens with the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. Like, oh man, I kind of miss my time. So for those of you who are single and looking for love, where you're going is you will find love, and you'll find a love that wants to be with you. Quality time is out here. You're working together, you're moving together, not working together in like a physical realm, like you could be, right, in the same office space or whatever. But you're working together, as in you're moving together, you're collaborating on the day's plans, on the weekend's plans, on meeting friends and family, whatever. Right? You'll be in a space where you'll be exchanging, oh, we're moving in together or something, and my space is no longer my own. But I'm contributing this and this, and they're contributing this and that. Right? With that Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, and like oscillating between who's doing what. That heartbreak of, dang, like, this person's always around. And my world has changed. But also that healing of like, my world has changed. The Three of Swords is giving me a sense of healing of like, the King of Cups is no longer alone. The death changed their circumstances. The Four of Pentacles are no longer my own. I now have somebody in my world to contribute to these pentacles that I have. They give to me that healing. And I went from doing it for myself and holding on for it to myself and sharing and like being in the Ten of Pentacles energy of stability where there's other people around to hold me down. That healing of the Three of Swords. I do want to clarify this Three of Swords for where you're going. Thanks, girl. Six of Swords, listen. When I say Spirit lives in the house of Lemire, you say yes. Spirit lives in the house of Lemire, baby girl. Spirit, I call everybody girl. Spirit lives in the house of Lemire, please. Okay, and who is at the bottom of the deck? We're going to ask you, call them out. Eight of Pentacles. Love her. Love her. Six of Wands. King of Wands is still at the top of the deck. I love this because this is where you're going. To victory. Hello. Okay. Hello. King of Wands, you're thriving. You've gone from a docile king, right? This is the energy that we were picking up on. Someone who is conserving their resources. Look at the screen. If you're not looking, 1717. Look at the screen. Sometimes I'll be listening to readings and I'm not looking at the screen. I want you to look at the screen. Come. You are this right now. Conserving your energy. You have your sword in front of you saying, I'm not trying. Don't try. I'm just, please. Okay. Just don't. To where you're going. Huzzah! I am here. My baton is beside me. Come. Flossing. Yes. I love it. Killing it. Looking fine. Looking cute. Okay. I love it. Six of Wands. Victory. People, you'll be with people. You'll be out and about and proud. So listen, for those of you looking for love, looks like if this is what you're clicking on for, it's coming. But, oh, I put every card away. Anyway, it may not be about love. It may be about something else. So keep an open mind about this. But either way, babe, the Three of Swords is healing. Six of Swords is here. I was talking about Spirit and the illumination, with Spirit being the citizen prime of the illumination with the Six of Swords, because I was talking about how like swords just get shafted. And how the only sword that really is great is the Four of Swords and maybe the Six of Swords. And here we have the Six of Swords and a really great energy of moving away from harsh waters. Moving away from troubled lands, traveling and moving away to a situation where you're in a much calmer space. Now, you could still be worried. Okay? You could still carry worry. You could still have, you will. And in fact, I'm not cursing you. I'm just telling you, like, you will, given the personality that you are, that King of Cups was King of Cupsing. Who you can take the hood out the girl. I mean, you can take the girl out the hood. You can't take the hood out the girl. You know what I mean? Like, you can take the worrier out of the anxiety-inducing situation, but the anxiety-inducing situation can still be in that person's head. And what I'm seeing here is for you to be mindful, and during this time, before you get to where you're going, to work on your mindset. Okay? From me to you with love, work on your mindset. So that when you get to a place where you're feeling a lot more safer in your world, you're not letting your mind fuck you over. You're not letting imaginary things that are not going to happen, because you are stable and you have a community around you that is serving you, a job that makes a lot more sense. Period. In both ways. Sense as in mental sense. Like, this makes a lot more sense, and sense as in dimes, money. Something that's a lot more supportive, because I mentioned you're looking cute, right? You don't want your mind to mess you up. because it will. You'll still have these thoughts in your head of, oh, what if, but at the end of the day, regardless, you will be moving forward. In the future, this Three of Swords is you'll be in a more healed state over the things that you've lost, and the things that you've gained as a result. I don't know what I just said, but if you heard it, leave me a comment. My brain is going to mush. I gotta get out of here. All right, Paul 2, let me know how this resonated for you. I hope that this served you. And if you like this reading topic, I'll see you next time, babe. My brain is not here anymore. Bye. Keep your light on. Good luck. Hey, Pal 5. Bonjour, Pal 5. Where are you now? Where are you now? You know, Pal 5, I never thought that I would ever be reading such a deck. And yet here I am reading the filth out of it. Like, I am so proud of myself. What do I mean by that? Decks like this. What is this? What does this tell me? This tells me nothing. Okay. This just tells me 2 coins on a page. What is this supposed to do? Nothing. There's no hints to nothing here. These are just 9 cups. What is this supposed to do for me? They're all the same. There's no nothing. Look at this. This at least tells me something, but I don't like decks that just have, like, I don't like imagery that just have people on it. Like, okay, it's a person, and what? What am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this? But at least it's giving me something. But even then, it's giving me too little or something. Like, it's giving me nothing. It's a person standing with one foot in front of the other. Like, what is this doing for me? I never thought I'd read a deck like this. And yet here we are, Puff 5. Here you are, though. 9 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, the High Priestess in the reverse. Puff 5, I don't think you're lying to yourself anymore. Where you are now is you're not lying to yourself anymore about what you want. You're not about lying to yourself anymore about what you want. And good for you. I think you're weighing your options over what you want. And you are not looking to lie to yourself about what you want. You want to be very intentional about the type of steps that you take. And you're doing that kind of out loud. You're sharing, yeah, I'll say that, about what you're wanting to the world and the decisions that you're making and where you're at now. And that's good for you. Especially if that's not your character, right? Like, if you're not a sharer and you start sharing, that's real. I think here you're also someone who is in a position. Oh, this is so powerful. Wow, Pal 5, I just got hit in the face with like vibes. Oh my God. Are you single? No, I'm kidding. Listen, like, you are in a place. I'm really surprised that nary a king or queen showed up here, but it's the High Priestess, so we'll take it. You are someone who is seeing clearly about the paths that are ahead of you, the moves that you want to make, and where you just want to be, period, in your life. And you're sort of being unapologetic about it. You maybe sharing yourself more with people in your world about what you're wanting, where you're wanting to go, especially if it's like in work. Maybe you're telling your boss, yes, I want to be doing this. Maybe you're telling the people in your network that I want to be doing this. I want to be selling this. I want to be opening my own business. Maybe you're somebody who's dealing between a job, a career, and your own business, side hustle, or upcoming empire. Shit. Okay. You could be somebody who's out here doing these things and trying to decide. You could be somebody who has maybe options in love and you're trying to see what you want in love, like who makes sense for you in love. Maybe you're looking for what you want. It just feels like you're at a point of satisfaction in your world and you see that. And maybe for some of you, if you're at a point of satisfaction in your world and you see it, you feel kind of guilty about it. You feel kind of guilty about how comfortable you are, or you're scared of being comfortable with where you're at because you're like, is this okay? I think also I'm speaking to someone who right now in their life, they're kind of like, they're okay. Like, you're good. You have what you want, but you want more. This Two of Pentacles would seem it's in direct opposition of the Nine of Cups, and it could be, but not really. I feel like it's quite complementary. I feel like I'm talking to someone who wants more, period. Someone who wants more, and they've stepped into what more, and are stepping into what is more for them, or have stepped into what is more for them, and they're trying to decide and figure out what that means. This is somebody who both wants to be like a mother and a CEO. Like, I want to do both. I want to do it all. That's an example. If you don't identify as that, it's just an example, babe. Yeah. Like, get you someone who can do both. This is someone who's willing, like, you're in an area where you can also, I feel like I'm also, oh my God, am I okay? What is happening? I feel like I'm talking to somebody also who right now are in a phase in their life where they're willing, or they're looking at compromising to get what they want, and are very aware of that compromise. So that compromise, in the example that I said of a mother who's doing like both, right? Mothering and CEOing. A lot of women will say like, you can do it all, but you can't do it all at once. And maybe that's something that like you're wrestling with, right? Not necessarily being that example, but whatever that means, whatever that looks like in your world. Okay. That similar energy of, okay, what do I need to balance right now? What do I need to compromise over right now? What is being asked of me? What do I want for myself? And where do I want to go? So let's see where you're going, given this energy. Where are you going? Fell to the ground. Oh, okay, listen. Whoa, Hierophant. Hierophant is El Papa. Okay, what is this? The Hierophant and the High Priestess. To me, the High Priestess is not the opposite of the Magician. The High Priestess is the opposite of the Hierophant. The High Priestess is energy within, right? Energy within. Did I mention energy within? Is energy within, and the Hierophant and the High Priestess, those structures within, like those spiritual structures within, those mental structures within, and the Hierophant is those established structures in the world. This is like the law, the courthouses, a religion out there in the world, whereas spirituality is like on the inside, how you assimilate your religion in you and your relationship with God and everything. And it's like the Hierophant to me is more external. It's also like teachers, while the High Priestess is like the Holy Spirit, perhaps, intuition, that like ethereal teacher. And the Hierophant is like real ass shit, like real freaking people in the real freaking world people. So where you're going with this, given the current energy, is the Hierophant, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Swords? Get out of here. What is this? Trash. Is it trash? I don't know, but we have a lot of nines. We have all the nines. And you know who's at the bottom of the deck? The Nine of Pentacles. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. Put it back. Finally looked at the cards. And I was like, what is this? We have to put her out, please. And then we have the Star. I would love for her to be out. Seven of Swords, the Queen of Cups, King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles. What is this party? Look at all these court cards hanging out together. Then you got the King of Page of Pentacles. Okay, this is a lot. This is a big party going on here. Where are you now? So listen, Pal 5. Where you're going, given this energy, is Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands in reverse. Oh my God. the Hierophant and the Nine of Pentacles. What is this? This is the most, this has never happened in my life. This has never happened in my life, ever. At the top of the deck, after shuffling, we have the Lovers. The Lovers is akin to this Two of Pentacles. And we have the Seven of Cups, which again talks about options. So here's the thing, babe. It feels like a decision that you don't make will just get bigger and bigger over time. And so it does matter for you to take the time you need to actually tune into what you want and what you desire. Like really what you desire, and make a decision based off of the kind of life you want to lead. Not just because other people will like it, but because you will like it. Okay? The kind of life that makes you feel good, not that it makes you feel good because it made other people feel good. And there's such a nuance there, because I don't think that's entirely wrong. Okay, hot take. But we have to be careful about making choices that we think the world at large wants us to make versus what we want to make. But also be careful about where what we want to make is coming from. The choices that we want, what makes us happy, are coming from. Okay? The Hierophant being here is really interesting because it really does bring up this juxtaposition between what's going on inside of you and then what's going on outside of you. The Hierophant is giving external stuff. Okay? External structures, external landmarks, external things, constructs that exist. Did I say? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm repeating myself. This is a lot of nines, and the number 9 is penultimate. Okay, the number 9 is right before the ultimate, which is the 10. And 10 is simultaneously an ending and a beginning. You are going to a place where something is ending. It looks like you're going to be giving up on something. Well, I think I might pull an oracle card for you, but we'll see. What I like about your reading is that both great nines, like the nines that I personally like, the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles, are both in the upright. That makes me feel like, in as much as this may look not cute, 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands reverse. Ugh. It's actually like good given your circumstances. I don't know what they are, but 5 is change and you're going through change. Okay, so whatever this is, there could be something in the world, in the structures that exist, that calls to you, that you may lean on, and that may free you in some way. You've stopped fighting and you're worried about, oh no, I stopped fighting this thing. Is this right? Is this wrong? Did I do the right thing? Da 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 da. That's where your head's at and where you're going. But I feel like you chose. Who else was at the top of the deck? It was the Lovers and the... Oh, I shuffled. Excuse me. I feel like you chose. And you chose what makes sense for you and what makes sense for reality. So you found a happy medium between making yourself happy and also for you and making yourself happy for others. What? For the world. I don't know what this means anymore. I'm off the deep end. I don't know who I'm reading for, but whomever it's for, babe, you gotta comment because I feel crazy. I don't know what I'm reading, but I guess I'm reading something for somebody because what is all these nines? Surely. So for some of you, you're leaning on a bigger structure, a greater structure to a more established structure you're leaning on a more established structure. Okay, you're leaving known space, it feels like leaving, y'all. It feels like you're leaving a known space to go lean on an established structure. So for some of you, this could be, oh, I've been working in my business forever, for a long time. I have been, maybe not struggling necessarily, but I've been really fighting for my business, etc. Nine of Wands, right? Fall down 10 times, stand up 11, and you do that. Nine of Wands in reverse says, I'm tired. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to get a job, the Hierophant. I'm going to go lean on a structure because I want to support my desire. Nine of Pentacles. So I am going to go back into the workforce or go ham into the workforce, lean on an established structure to actually support my desire. I'm going to do something that pleases the world to please myself. That's like the most sort of connected chord I can pick on for somebody who's like, what the fuck is she talking about? And Nine of Swords is like, yeah, you'll be worried about it because you're entering like a different kind of space maybe. That's just an example. What does this mean for people who are not in business? How would this make sense in love? I mean, Hierophant gives me marriage, okay? This is somebody who's happily single, who is very happy being single, but also maybe knows that Two of Pentacles, they're juggling being single and being in a relationship. And this is somebody who maybe, like, it's just an example for you to put it in your own world. But if this example hits, then that's great for you. But it's just an example to like help people put this energy in their world where it could apply. So you've been single, you're like, okay, cool, I'm good single, but then you're like, maybe I just kind of get into a relationship, that kind of seems nice, and look at the time, I'm 30 something years old, or 40 something years old, or 20 something years old. Maybe I should. Two of Pentacles, I don't know, maybe I should. I kind of want to, I do, but I'm also kind of like okay, like doing things by myself, like please, I'm good. But you're getting that intuitive sense that something's coming to become one, and then you get into a relationship. You no longer are fighting the world alone. Nine of Wands. You're no longer, fighting people off with your fine self. You're in a relationship now. Wow, 5-5. Didn't even see that. Crazy. Oh my God. No longer fighting people off. No longer fighting yourself, right? Those keeping your guards up. Because this could be guards as well, right? Keeping your guards up. And it shows. It shows that maybe you are angsty about relationships. You're kind of okay by yourself. You're okay in what has been, but you know something is coming. Someone is coming. Something comes. And you offer up, you enter into that relationship with somebody. You're no longer as guarded. You're still worried. Nine of Swords. You still got some worries. You still got some thoughts and fears and thoughts and fears and fears and thoughts in your head. But Nine of Pentacles, like you're supported. It's not just Nine of Cups is, I feel good. It's like, I am good. Nine of Pentacles. I am good in this dynamic. Like, I'm with somebody. I maybe met somebody. And they're adding to my life as opposed to subtracting. They have made the cups in my life a lot less fragile. And your life changes. So, I mean, I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing for you. I feel like it's a good thing. As I'm reading this to where your world is going, where your life is going, given the energy that we were reading. I don't know. Do we want to clarify anybody, or can you clarify where this is going? The Lovers. Crazy. Crazy. The Lovers. Yeah. Now the Lovers, listen. Spirit lives in the house of Lemire. Spirit also is the prime citizen of the Illumination. We were talking about the Lovers. It was at the top of the deck. I shuffled. It wasn't there anymore. I shuffled again. It came out. The Lovers has come out in the reverse. Okay. And the Ace of Swords has come out in the reverse. So, I don't know what this means. What are you talking about, Spirit? Okay. I got it. Wow. First of all, Spirit, you're wild. That's so crazy. Remember how I said, like, the Lovers came out before, and I was like, there's a choice you have to make, and it gets a pretty big choice. The longer you prolong it, the bigger a choice it gets. So make sure you're, like, doing your due diligence to make this choice. Okay. Spirit's kind of like, excuse you, Ace of Swords in reverse, the fuck was that? Ooh. You have no choice. A decision will be made. The decision that you make will be the decision that was meant to be made. The decision that happens, what you're juggling, the thing that happens, the thing that the path that you're on, it is a path that you were meant to be on. And if you're worried about where you're going and you don't know which decision to make, that's okay. Because the Lovers in reverse is telling me, oh, this is deep symbolism, please. Oh, please, Spirit, please. This Lovers is telling me that the choice has been made. The choice is just waiting for you to reach it because it exists where already and it's pulling you to it. Okay, so if this is love, your person exists and they're existing and they're waiting for you. They're not, being like tick, 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 pile 5. They're waiting for you to, like, they exist and there's just a red string of fate drawing you two together and they're pulling you close and you're just like going there like a zombie. 4114, 4114. Like, I don't want to say preordained, but we do have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. It's giving preordained. Okay, if that's your love story, cool. If this is other things like work or whatever the situation was for you, it's kind of that same vibe. You're being led. Okay? You're being led to where you need to go. That's what I'm seeing here. You want to clarify this Lovers or whatever? This energy? 2 of Cups in the reverse. Oh, Spirit's like, stop talking about love. God. Oh my God. This is sick. 2 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. What is this? What is this? The Magician? Wasn't I talking about the counterpart of the High Priestess not being the Magician but the Hierophant? Oh my God. I don't know what to do with this. What is this? What is Spirit trying to say here? 99999222222. All the 2s in the reverse except the 2 of Pentacles. All right. Okay, I had to pull out another deck because I don't know what Spirit is trying to say. So 2 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse, 2 of Cups in reverse. What was this? Clarifying the Lovers and the Ace of Swords, where this is going. So 2 of Cups in reverse is giving some type of, it could be, listen, going back to emotions, unrequited love, unrequited something being slow, something not happening. So for some of you in a certain situation right now, you may have to weigh certain options against what you know that is no longer giving to you and for you to give to yourself. Okay, so I'm going to pull from this other deck to see what Spirit is trying to say with all these 2s here. Peace in reverse. Okay, cute. Spirit, what are you trying to say here? A message in a bottle. Yeah, definitely you're trying to deliver a message. Spirit's like, I'm trying to deliver a message. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, babe. That's why 5-5 we pulled this other deck. Pile 5, if you are watching this, go ahead and get a reading from a reader that you trust, a reader that will give you what you need. Okay. About whatever the situation was, especially if it's resonating or maybe if it's not. These 9s and these 2s are blowing my mind. 7-11. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna shuffle again because Spirit's like, yeah, there's a message. Spirit, what is the message you're trying to deliver? Yeah, there's a message I'm trying to deliver. Okay, what is it? Yeah, there's a message. And I open up exactly to the same page. Spirit sends signs when you ask for them, when you believe you'll receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. Yeah, Spirit, I know. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. I don't know, it's just giving the same thing I was saying before. Like, you're being guided, you're being led. But then this 2 of Cups in reverse got me a little fucked up. It got me a little fucked up. Two of Wands confirms, like, plans are plans, but okay, what are plans? Two of Swords is a decision has been made, or there's no need to waffle, but you can still waffle. Two of Pentacles is like, you're still, you're still out here, you're still doing it, but like, what is this? Two of Cups, what is that? What is that? Two of Cups is blowing me, it's throwing me off. I feel like you'll be going after somebody or chasing after somebody, but not know that you're chasing after somebody. Again, being led. You know what I mean? Like, what is going on, Spirit? You can expect someone to favor you with positive news. You're the intended receiver. Only good will come of it. So this is good news. I love that the message in a bottle came out, because message in a bottle, when it comes out, always tells me, like, this is good news. This is good. Keep your ears open. Someone might say the right thing. It's crazy. Spirit, what is the message? What is the message? Could you help me out here? Could you clarify these energies? Chop wood. Spirit said, fuck right off, babe. We're done. Part 5, we're done. You can't tell me loosen try. Spirit said, I'll show it to him. Spirit said, I'll show it to him. I just wanted them to know what's coming. Change is afoot. Change is afoot. Rewind this reading. You go get a reading from a reader you trust. Ask them, what Spirit's guidance for me. Join the freaking House of Lumiere over there at LightMail on Patreon. Join one of the tiers. Get your personal readings delivered from Spirit every month, so you know what Spirit's guiding you to, so you can take them steps that Spirit laid out for you with footprints in the sand and everything. Because what the hell? Spirit is blowing my mind. Let me read this to you and you'll understand why. This is just Spirit being like, we're done, Luz. We're done. Yeah, I'm sending a message. I said what I said. You ain't gonna decode it. Get out of here. I love it. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness, so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it's in blossom. The mundane act of pulling dead leaves off, watering soil, and leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. You're doing that. Two of Pentacles. Exactly. The physical stuff, manifestation, Nine of Cups, what you want. The freaking Magician we kind of mentioned, the High Priestess, living out loud and intuition. Wow. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose of releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday meditative tasks, which is what you're doing right now, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek, which has been preordained by Spirit. Oh my God. Oh, Spirit really said, baby girl, close it. Oh, baby girl, this is between me and Pow 5. This is between me and Pow 5. Spirit came to flex, and wow, this reading should be broadcast to everyone. If you pick this pile, you need to know that Spirit is doing a great thing in your world. And you really gotta let me know what the heck. What the heck? Okay. I'm gonna go. Bye, Pop 5. I'm scared. No, I'm excited. This is good. This is great. I love it. All right, babes, keep your light on. So you can see those steps Spirit laid out for you. Nice and pretty. Okay? Bye. Good luck. Pile 6. Pile 6. Oh my God. Pile 6. Pile 6. Pile 6. Where are you now? Okay. Whew. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Cups in the reverse. A Page of Wands in the reverse. So it's giving stuck. Okay? It's giving stuck. It's giving unsure. It feels like where you are now, you're unsure. You're stuck. You're moving slowly. Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I love this for you, babe. See, like, it's not bad. Okay? It's not bad. Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles. God, I'm so freaking blessed to be in this space. Like, God bless the man that messed my heart up so badly that I turned to this life. You know what I mean? Like, God bless the wound that led me to be reading for you, that opened up the house. It's such an honor to do this work. We're still friends, by the way. He's cool. There's been other mess ups after him. Really bloodied my whole heart. 8 of Cups in reverse, 6 of Pentacles, Page of Wands in reverse. Why was I doing all that? Why was I talking about I'm so blessed to be in this space? The Knight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, it tells me a story of I've been in this energy before. Shit, been? Okay, past tense. Where sometimes I feel a little bit stuck. 8 of Cups to me feels kind of like stuck between a rock and a hard place sometimes. It's wanting to move away from something, but then going, oh, God dang it, let me go back. Right? It's maybe even for good reason. Like, oh God, did I leave the oven on? Did I leave the gas on? Did I forget to lock the car? Did I lock the door? Right? It doesn't necessarily mean bad. So stuck obviously denotes bad, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. You could be in a space where you're sort of circling the drain. I don't think that's a good thing to say, but you're not quite in the tub. You're not quite out the tub. Okay, you're on your way. You're just kind of going around and around and around and around and around. That's what I'm picking up here with this 8 of Cups. It's giving that circular or the figure 8. And 6 of Pentacles is an energy of kind of being like, the word in my head is destitute. So I don't know if that resonates with you or how that resonates with you or where that sits with you, but that is the word that is in my head, like this destitute energy. It's giving 5 of Pentacles. It's giving that you are in a space of more so like receiving. Maybe you're in a more receptive state. Maybe you're in an unequal give and take situation as well. Maybe you're giving too much, or you've given too much and now you're just sort of drained. Maybe you're being given to because you are in need and you need it. Okay. But feels like in some ways for some of you a sense of lack with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse, where you're feeling a sense of lack. It could be any of those things that I said, or all of the above in one soup. We're humans. We're allowed to be complex creatures and feel different things in different areas of our life and still be the same person. We're not characters on a movie or a book. We're full humans with different aspects to us. Page of Wands in reverse gives me that stuck energy. The Page of Wands should never be in reverse. I don't like seeing the Page of Wands in reverse. This baby wants to fly. This baby wants to be. This baby wants to live. This is my sporty track runner, hiker. This is somebody who's forced to stay indoors and like they hate it. I'm stuck. I want to be out with the people. Let me go. It feels like someone who wants to do something but hasn't yet made a choice, or don't know what to do, or certain circumstances around them are not allowing them to do certain things, or maybe they just don't know what to do. And this could be, as bad as it sounds, or it could be something as innocent as like, I know I'm meant for something more in this new phase of my life. I just don't know what that is. I want to do more. I just don't know what that is. 5335. Okay, 5335. I want to do something more. I just don't know what that is. So they're in this hold, right? I want to go. I want to invest. I want to do something with my world, my time, my life, my creativity, my energy. I just don't know where to do it. So it could be as in this space or in other spaces. This is the energy that I'm picking up on. I know there's more, but I want to get to where you're going given this energy, because that will give us a lot more light on where you are now. Oh, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to talk about the Knight of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune that came out. The Knight of Pentacles is a saving grace in this, because you're moving slowly, right? It's a stuck energy, but it's a stuck energy almost like with purpose. 5454. It's a Knight energy, but you're moving with purpose. Knight of Pentacles, but you're moving with purpose. A Page of Wands that doesn't have a plan, a Page of Wands that doesn't know where to invest their time, money, energy, resources, creativity. That's no. No, just no. No. Right? So walking away from something and not knowing where you're going. Where are we going, babe? Like, we're putting too many variables in the soup. Like, we don't know what's what. So Knight of Pentacles gives me, as a reader, an understanding of the situation that this stuckness has a purpose. And you're stuck or in a certain place with purpose. Because you want to make the next moves count. You want to make them matter. You want to do things that line up with the next phase of your world, whatever part of your world this is. Is it in love? Is it in money? Is it in your stability? Is it in your work, your creativity? Is it in your sex life? Is it in, like, I don't know, babe. I don't know what you got going on. But you want to move with intention. The Wheel of Fortune is really nice because I feel like, to me, when I see the Wheel of Fortune, like, that's not you. That's the world at large is moving with you. Like, even if you think that you're in, I definitely said F-I-N-K. Even if you think that you're in one spot, you're actually being moved with the wheel. Okay? Let's look at where you are going. Where are you now? I got the cutest tea kettle, glass tea kettle. Oh, it's so pretty. I put my tea in there and I've just been drinking from it like a dainty girl all day. I didn't finish all my tea, so I don't know how I feel about that. I think I feel okay about it. I think I feel okay about it because that's crazy. Because maybe I'll drink it tomorrow. Then I'll have the tea ready tomorrow. Because these tea bags were expensive. I only got 10. And I'm trying to do like maybe one a week. But like, I'm going to take everything in that tea bag. That's right. I said it. It's going to steep forever. And I'm going to take all the benefits for me. I'm sure that's a message for you. Where you're going is 9 of Pentacles in reverse, 10 of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. Or is this? I think it's, I was giggling. I was thinking it's crazy because we got 2 court cards and then we got 2 cups and 2 pentacles. It's just they swapped out. They swapped. They transposed. It looks like where you're going, if it's in relation to a relationship, you may break up with somebody, or there may be a breakup with somebody, or some unrequited situation here with someone. That's where you're going. You may decide to walk away fully with somebody, and or they may decide to walk away, or whatever. Like, somebody walks away from somebody, and that could be something that happens as to where you're going, and you find yourself in a situation where you are without that partnership or dynamic or person or relationship in whichever way that sits. Okay, whether it's in love, in life, in home, in health, I don't know. That person is no longer, that dynamic is no longer something that you're circling the drain around. You do decide to sort of like walk away, or whichever way it does fracture or break away, for better or for worse. And then there's something here about like losing there's people here that there's people and relationships either in like work, love, life, career, business, whatever, that you lose, right? You lose makes it sound like you've lost something bad, but it could be good, right? You could let go of like weight that you didn't need in terms of people. I don't know your life. I'm not going to say dead weight or whatever, but like, I mean, you know, sometimes it is what it is. But yeah, like you may lose certain people. You may lose people at work. For some of you, you may lose people at work. You may lose relationships at work. These could be people that you weren't getting along with anyway. For some of you, this could be it. Like you lose people in a working space that you weren't getting along with anyway, that you weren't aligned with anyway, that didn't suit you anyway. The thing that throws off the where you're going, because I don't like the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. I don't like the Ten of Cups in reverse, but I do like the Queen of Pentacles. When I see her next to these two energies, it feels like the Queen of Pentacles is overworking herself. And I don't like a Queen of Pentacles overworking herself because she doesn't deserve that. Queen of Pentacles needs her feet rubbed and her calves kissed. Okay, I don't know, but I don't like that she gets scratched up because she's a dime. She's a jewel. Okay, she's a diamond. We don't deserve her. So I don't like seeing it's Queen of Pentacles next to a Ten of Cups in reverse. What is that? The Queen of Pentacles next to a Nine of Pentacles in reverse? What actually even is that? I don't like it. But given where you're coming from, if I was to say this is like, oh, it's good, it could be situations that have been weighing on you, exit. So that dynamic, those people that you were circling the drain around, not wondering whether you should leave or stick around, or maybe you had to, things move in the favor of those dynamics going away. I just wish this would have been in the upright then. Okay. And then here, even at work, right? Those people that didn't make sense, you could lose your job. You could find a different job. A job that is more suited to the life that you want, that supports your life, could happen as well. Because there's something here about like the difference between where you are now and where you are in the future is like people focused, heavily people focused. With the Queen of Pentacles here, the Queen of Pentacles is an energy of like she's good. She's good, especially in this deck. Like she's very good. So Spirit, can you clarify this 10? Can you clarify the 9? I remember ages ago, like 6-7 years ago when I first started the channel, or like somewhere in the middle. Not so much the middle, but someone said, how do we know as you're shuffling, someone's not just throwing the cards out? I said, well, how the fuck did the message resonate? Like, even if someone is throwing out the cards, did the message resonate? Like, that's all I gotta say. I said, that's a lot of work for me to do, to have another person, me shuffling, and then have someone, tossing the cards out. Like, how do we know when people do this that they didn't mark I don't know. Like, what is that? What is the problem? I'm genuinely asking. If you know what she meant, clarify the 9. If you know what she meant, like, please help me understand what she meant. Because that's fucking crazy. I'm not calling them crazy. I mean, that tells me more about your life than, you know, you've been through some things to be doubting over whether I'm throwing out cards. But in this space, people are doing a lot of scamming in this space. But that was then. Like, I don't even... Well, let's move on. The Ten of Cups is clarified by the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. So what I am seeing here is something that I did see in the beginning, which is I pushed it away. Try not to move too fast. Okay? Try not to move too fast. But also, a win is a win and a loss is a loss. Sometimes you just gotta take things by the chin. I think let me clarify the Queen, because I really do feel like she's just living her best life, but I want to clarify her. Yeah, exactly. A win is a win. A win is a win. The Queen is fine. Okay. Lots of pentacles here. So this could be work related for you. For some of you, you really are going to be in a different type of working environment, or where you were going is in a place where the working environment is just going to be, I just said the same thing, I'm paraphrasing. You're going to like maybe lose some colleagues, but for some of you, if you don't pivot in a certain way, if you keep circling the drain and not making a choice, it'll still end up not that great. It'll end up even worse than it is right now in some ways. Like, you'll be even more unhappy. If you continue to give from an empty cup, if you continue to sort of feel a certain way about your resources, you'll be even more depleted in the future. Okay? So there's something of a warning here for my people in this pile. The Queen of Pentacles is sort of saying, like, you're still going to be okay, but there's certain things that we could pivot. So let's pull on a pivot. I still think everything I was saying is still true. I really do, but there's definitely some warnings here. So the Hangman is a change in perspective. There's a perspective shift here that you may have to have about the kind of moves that you need to make. I feel like truly, in some cases, you will be good with the Queen of Pentacles. And it could just be that you do take some L's, right? A lose is a lose. And in the future, there will be a few losses as well. But it's almost like for the greater good. But I think there's something here about like for sure. Don't martyr yourself. Don't throw yourself under the bus. Stand up for yourself. Change your perspective about how you're seeing certain things and like your mindset. That's going to help you digest whatever's going on in your world right now better. And you don't have to always be so understanding of the foes in your life. How can we pivot? Three of Cups. Find connections that make sense. So that's crazy. Find connections that make sense. So feed the connections in your world that feel good and make sense. Find connections in your world that make sense. That's something that just keeps repeating in my head. Find connections that make sense, because this does have to do with people. Where you are now and where you're going has to do with people. Okay, find connections that make sense and that like feel good for you. And it feels like it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but what can help, Spirit, with this connection? The Lovers. That's cute. Two of Swords. In reverse. Queen of Swords. So I think just like get in there. Get out there. I think, yeah, exactly. Get out there. Stop mulling things over so much. The Hangman, stop stalling so much. Make moves, make decisions, make moves. So you're in a phase where you're moving, we said you're stuck, you're moving through things, etc., you're taking things slow. And I don't think that's wrong, but it's almost like to some degree you may be also choosing not to choose. So I do think you're going in a direction that is going to be good. Like, you will be good ultimately with the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. I love that for you. But there's this energy of on your way there where you can pivot this to make this even better for you is make choices that make sense for you. Like, make choices. Don't overthink too much, because you might be overthinking, stalling too much in areas where you can affect things to move in a direction that is better. Better mindset, better thought patterns, better mental state. That's going to help you pivot. Okay. I wish you everything. I don't know what this was. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on, good luck, and I will see you next time. My device is dying. And you know what? I think you're going to be just fine. I'm rooting for you. All right, friend. Leave me a comment. Let me know what's up. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Tasting Indian food. Yum.